Hi, welcome to your Italian class. Is this the first Italian class you take? Okay, so we're gonna start from the very basics. Okay, so first of all, why are you learning Italian? Like for business, holidays, for fun? Perfect, makes sense. So, okay, we will concentrate on that. Okay, so the first thing is how to say hi in Italian. You probably know it. Yeah, it's ciao. The first thing you need to keep in mind is that English speakers tend to elongate the vowels at the end of the words, whereas Italians don't do that. So it's like a lot of English speakers, or like not native speakers, but mostly American and English people, say ciao or no, like that, whereas in Italian it's like no, like it's an harsher sound. Okay, you can try. No means no, so you, okay, try to say that. Okay, yeah, like that. No, don't elongate the vowel at the end. And all Italian words end with vowels unless they're words that they picked from other languages. So, as you already know, you say hi, ciao. So we're gonna spell it right here and then show it to you. So it's like C-I-A-O. Ciao. Now you try to say it. Ciao. And it means hi, or like hello, whatever. It's both of them. Okay, so after you said hi, you usually say how are you? So it's gonna be a longer sentence. Are you up for the challenge? Perfect. So how are you is come stai. Again, vowels at the end. Come stai. Okay. And see, come means how. Stai is you are. In Italian, we omit pronouns. I think they're called pronouns, I'm not sure. Like you, in English we say how are you. In Italian, we don't say the you because every verb is different based on the person who's you're talking about. So it's implied that it's you. It's a little bit complicated, but you'll get the end of it once you start getting a little bit more comfortable with the language. So the pretty thing about Italian is that you pronounce it as exactly as it's written. So this is come stai. Okay, and it's important. The letter E is pronounced E in Italian. And think about it. American always say Versace, but it's Versace. That's the same thing, okay? It's Versace. Okay. So it's how are you? How are you? Okay. Then, okay, how to say I'm fine. So, well, we have very different ways of saying that. Like, you can say like, okay, I'm okay. We use the English word okay for that. We use a lot of English words, and even more so with social media now. It's crazy. So maybe just younger people. If you have a conversation with older people, and by older people I mean people that are in their 50s, which is not at all old, but it's just they don't use TikTok as much. That's what I meant. They tend to use less English, but like younger generations, they use English all the time, so you should be fine with that. Anyway, usually I'm fine. We would say I'm sto bene. I'm gonna write io. Io is I, okay, so you remember, but we don't pronounce that. I am fine. Bene is fine. Bene is fine. It's like the perfect translation. And sto is the same verb as you see here, but it's for the first person. It's the same as in Spanish, French, German, you know, it's the same. You change it based on the person who's speaking or you're talking about. So you're gonna have to learn them by heart, but I mean, they're very similar. Come stai? Sto bene. And you usually say thank you, like I'm fine, thank you. And thank you probably know it. How do you say thank you in Italian? Yes, almost. It's grazie. Okay. Remember, the E is e, like Versace. And then the R is not R, it's not like grazie, it's grazie. Grazie. It's like kind of the rota in Spanish. So it's like grazie. Of course, there's Italian people that have different ways of pronouncing the R, but this is like the official one. Grazie. And the Z is z. Grazie. Okay. And yes, you're probably gonna, repeat that a couple of times and you will get the end of it in no time. Don't worry about that. Okay, so you said I would be like, hi, like, ciao, come stai? And then you would reply, sto bene, grazie. And then, and you would be like, tu? That is like, and you. Okay, it's like the same. And is and you is tu. Okay, so it's like the literal translation. So it's like the exact same word but in Italian. So you're gonna want to learn this because it's very important, is and, so you always use it. And then tu is you. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna go grab another piece of paper and I'll be right back. Okay, here I am. Is there anything like you would like to know before I started with the actual lesson? Okay, how to order a coffee in Italian. Okay, so first of all, the first thing you need to know about coffee in Italian is that we have a very strict coffee culture. So you don't order cappuccino after lunchtime. They will shoot you on the spot if you do. Like, no, I'm kidding, but they will be like, oh, they're American or English, but we just don't do that. Most places won't give it to you unless you just go to a Starbucks, but I wouldn't recommend going to Starbucks when you're in Italy because you already have Starbucks. Is it Starbucks or Starbucks? I don't know. Anyway, Starbucks is not very popular in Italy. I wonder why. I think only 3 to 4 cities have it. Don't go there because you already have it back home. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And the second thing you need to know is that we drink coffee at the same place where you order it. We call it pancone. It's like when the very long table, the barista puts like your coffee and you just put the sugar in it and then you drink it on the spot and then you say thank you and you leave. Okay, we don't sit. Sometimes we sit and chat, but it's like not in the morning, you know what I mean? It's more like you go out with a friend for coffee, then of course then you sit at a table and you drink your coffee and take all the time in the world. But in the morning before office hours, no, there's nobody sitting and chatting. It's kind of more like an afternoon activity, so I just wanted to tell you that because a lot of foreign don't know it. I just wanted to give you a heads up before you go to Italy. So we have a lot of different coffees, but if you just say coffee in Italy, we talk about the small coffee that comes in the small cup. I think I'm not an expert because I just ordered coffee, so I think it's an espresso. And we usually say oops, I spelled it wrong. We usually just say un caffè per favore. Okay, un caffè. Un caffè, this is an accent, means a coffee, and per favore means please. It's very important you say per favore, otherwise it'll just be rude. So let's try to pronounce it correctly. Un caffè. Caffè. Okay, it has an accent, so your voice has to concentrate on that. You have to really stress this last letter. So caffè. Okay. Per with the r. Per favore. You see a lot of vowels. Yes, like Versace, exactly. And sorry, should have added the comma. Anyway, now you try to say it. Okay, yes, exactly. And this is just like the standard coffee. It's like €1, €1.50, depends where you go. And otherwise you can say like un cappuccino. That's like cappuccino. You see, in Italian it's cappuccino, whereas in English it's cappuccino. It's like longer, the O at the end. And that's how we spot not like non-Italian speakers, because it's very easy. Like the word is the same, but the pronunciation is very different. And so it's like cappuccino. Now you try to say it. Perfect. Un espresso is like an espresso and is spelled differently. It's spelled espresso, like this, espresso, and it's like a very concentrated amount of coffee, and it's like a coffee shot, and you just go and you're ready for the day, and you know, you have to like the taste. I don't know, because I never got an espresso brewed, so I don't know the difference in taste. Maybe you can try and just put a lot of sugar in it. Then we have my personal favorite, the one I get all the time, is un macchiato. I don't know what macchiato is outside of Italy. I know it's pronounced macchiato. Macchiato. Yeah, we have, you know, double letters. You have to pronounce them. Macchiato is like yeah, this sound C and H is like a K in Italian, so pretend it's like a K. Macchiato. Okay, and it's like a normal coffee, like in the small cup, with a little bit of milk. That usually you add it on your own, but at some places just put it in your cup. Like yesterday I went to get my morning coffee and they gave it to me in a separate not cup, but I don't know, like, and they put the milk aside and you just decide how much milk you want in your coffee. But it's like not a lot of milk, okay? It's enough to fit into the small cups of coffee, okay? So it's like coffee with just a ton of milk, and it's my absolute favorite, and you should try it. I absolutely recommend it. You try it. Okay, so the typical Italian breakfast. We don't have it every single day because it would be very unhealthy. But if we have breakfast at we say bar. Yes, it's not the bar where you go drink at night. Bar, written like this. It's the same spelling, but of course it's pronounced slightly differently. Bar, okay, is the place where you get coffee. So if you go out at night and you ask for a bar, you won't find any because they're all closed. They close at like in the afternoon, they close. Okay, I don't know. They usually close like around 6, I don't know. 6, 7, they usually close, so you won't find any. Yeah, this is where bar is where you get coffee in Italy. So, as I was saying, whenever we go out for breakfast to a bar, we usually have a coffee and then a croissant. Okay, so where I'm from, you usually use the French word croissant because of the French influence, but I mean, you just point at it and they understand. But anyway, we usually say either the word croissant or we say brioche, okay, which is again a French word, which is used wrongly, I believe, but it's just for the northern Italy. So yeah, it's complicated, but you will just show it to the person working there and they will understand. Brioche. Okay, I never use this word because it's just wrong in my mind. If you go to southern Italy, okay, you're going to Rome, so you're gonna need this word. It's a very funny word. It's one of my favorite. Okay, it's cornetto. Cornetto. Yes, it's a funny word, right? It's, yeah, you get it. Yes, exactly. It's that little thing that is like, yeah, exactly, you get it. And it can be like filled with a jam, Nutella, cream. Yes, or it can also be empty. They're very good. Yes, I love them. I always get them. So let's try to repeat that. Cornetto. 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 It has a double T, so you have to really stress it. Cornetto. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Yes, so the last thing. Yeah, if you want to get a sandwich, the word for a sandwich is this one. Panino. It means small bread. So sandwich is panino. Panino. Okay, and you can get it with ham, cheese, eggs, salad, whatever. You just point to it and they will understand. But you would say, for example, un panino per favore, and you just ordered a sandwich. Congratulations. So you try to say that. Perfect. Now let's try to order this one. Do you remember the pronunciation of this one? Okay, so okay, perfect. So I think that for your next lesson, you're gonna take this at home, and you're just gonna work on your double consonants, and you're gonna have to exercise a lot on the vowels at the end of the words. Yeah, I know it can be very difficult, but I assure you it makes the difference. And I'll see you on your next lesson. Thank you for coming in.